Alright, so coming into the Smokies. So it's 38 miles to go where I'm planning on going, or an hour and 13 minutes. You'll see why here as we start going. And again, that could all change too. So, but look at that fog. That is such a beautiful sight to see. Oh, there's a crane down there standing on a rock. So up here there'll be a roundabout, and that roundabout I'll end up going to the left, because if you go to the right you're gonna go to Caves Cove. I want to do that with Gwen. Gwen's not here today with me to actually experience this, and Caves Cove is something that I wanted to do a round trip with her later on in life. So alright, so we will be going this way, not towards Gatlinburg, but we're not going towards Gatlinburg, I should say. So if you do want to see bears or something like that, Caves Cove is definitely the place to go, because there's a good likelihood that you'll actually see them over there, due to the roaming of them. We saw last time we were over here and we went over that way, I think we saw like 4 or 5. There's people that have seen 60 in a day. That is insane. And I think they said that there's 1,600 known bears, so 2 bears per like a mile or something like that of the Smokies. However, I don't know how they would know all that stuff considering this place is huge, but that's pretty awesome, I guess. So but anyway, so if you do want to see black bears or wildlife, you're more likely to see wildlife back by Caves Cove than you are where I'm going currently. So that river is so beautiful. Oh, what is that? A beaver or something back there standing on the side of the road. Or it's just so peaceful with not seeing all these, like, all the cars here. However, I imagine when I get done going from where I'm going, I imagine the place will be all filled up with cars and stuff because everybody's coming in. So, and again, being a Friday, I'm suspecting it'll be quite chaotic. So there's a stop at a waterfall up here that I want to see. It's called the Sinks. If I can actually see it from, you know, the trail or whatever, we'll stop and take a look at that, because I hear that's pretty cool looking. I just don't know where it's at up here. So I want to show you guys, this is what I'm navigating right now. So again, nobody's on the road, but look at this. Isn't that insane? Like the zigzags that you have to go through up over here. So just figured I'd share that. And that's why it takes 36 miles to go, or an hour and a half, or an hour and 9 minutes to go 36 miles. Again, because you're going around the mountains over here. And then once I get on Newfound Gap, or 441, I believe it is, then you start the climb up. So peaceful. Oh, there was a rock slide there. fog is just so cool too, where it's just like coming off the river. Like, look at that. Wraps all the way around the river. So cool. The Cherhola Skyway is the same way, where the Tellico Plains River runs next to the side of the road. Gives that really cool effect. And then, I believe here too, and the Cherhola Skyway, you actually the river actually runs. You go over a bridge, and then it runs on the other side of the road too. So it's very cool. So the last time I was here, this place was packed with cars on both sides. Where they could park, they were parked. So, and today seeing it with no cars is just so weird. You know, again, because it's so early in the morning. It's usually when people get out and start to explore is early in the morning, because otherwise it's just going to be so crazy and chaotic. And getting to experience these views by yourself is kind of cool too. So maybe we'll get to see a little bit of, maybe we'll see some wildlife. I don't know. I don't think we would, just because I think the Cades Code's the best spot where you'll actually see it. But if we do, that would be kind of cool. Just as long as none of them run out in front of the car like that little baby deer did up on Signal Mountain. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. So there's a little spot to pull off over here. I just don't want to get too far over here because it seems like it's, turn my hazards on. I wanted to show you guys these waterfalls if I can get a good enough view. You can hear the water. Take a look at that. Isn't that cool? And there's a couple spots. So, very neat. And then again, look at, so again, that's so cool. All right, let's keep going. See, if it was not, like if I was here later and it was kind of a chaotic day, I wouldn't be able to do this. But because, like, there's only a couple people on the road. Yeah, that's kind of heck of a drop there. There's only a couple people on the road, so Makes it a little bit nicer. I'm gonna roll down my window, listen to some of this water. That is so cool. Very neat. And with the rain they got last night, that's just making everything a little bit more rapid, and some of the mountain streams now are flowing a little bit better, possibly. So pretty cool. So you cross the bridge up here, and then the river runs on this side now. And the sinks. There's a parking lot over here for the sinks somewhere. But again, I'm not 100% sure. So last time I came through here, it was kind of a hot day or whatever, and each spot was, like I said, was packed and filled, and there was people swimming like all along here. I imagine that if it gets a little warmer today, I imagine that'll happen again. But as of right now, as you can see, I was the only car pulled off videotaping or even close. But again, it is 9:05 a.m. too, so I imagine during lunchtime it's probably going to get a little bit more busier and so forth and so on. So is this the parking lot? No, that's just a little pull off. Another little pull off. Looks like there's a branch or something that fell in the road. Oh, here's some more waterfalls. Or like little waterfalls, I guess I should say. I won't get out of the car this time because that's pretty cool. Pretty neat. All right. So we have 12 miles before we end up turning on to Newfound Gap, 441, kind of. So got a little waterfall right here. A couple. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that water's really coming down. You can just hear that water coming off or going down. It's very cool. So I believe this is the parking lot to the Sinks. So let's go find out. So let's go give this a look. Sorry for being all jiggly and stuff, but again, it's raining. I don't have a case for the thing, so I'm gonna hurry up and try to get out here and see this, and then get back for the. Oh, that is really cool. That is pretty neat. So all that water, I believe this is what's called the Sinks, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh yeah, so the blast created sinks. So very cool. Might get a better view. Look at that. Very neat. That is so cool. So cool. And just to see that water rushing like that is very neat. Man, there's a trail off over here too, however I'm not going up over there, but yeah, that's cool.